The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Hey, welcome to the program. How are you? Good to be with you. There? Yes, okay. Welcome. This is me, and I'm doing this, and thank you for coming. I'm Ron Van Dam. It's the Ron Van Dam Show. I've been coming into this studio for about, 20 years almost. No, that's not right. 15 years. Yeah, that's a long time to come into this studio. I come in here once a week, and I do the video version of what I've been doing on radio for 33 years. Come on, that's ridiculous. Get a life, Ron. Anyway, hi. You can listen to my radio show on various syndicated stations across the country, and also on this podcast kind of thing, this streaming thing that I hear so much about, with the SoundCloud and the Pandora music and the Amazon music and the Stitcher thing and the SoundCloud. What the hell's that? Audible, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Apple Podcasts. We're on all of them. We're on too many of them. And that's it. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye. What I do on this show is I talk about things that bother most of us, but we don't have the show in order to express our opinions. But this is where we bond. We don't talk about these things, but we're going to bond. Sometimes you may disagree with what I'm talking about, and that's actually advised. But one way or the other, here we go. Recently, I heard of a situation in a Massachusetts classroom. I won't say where. It's not where you live, necessarily. And there was an unruly kid in the classroom, and they couldn't get the kid out of the classroom, so the teacher had to stop teaching and walk this kid down to some kind of truancy office, or so, I have no idea, vice principal's office, I don't know. But this kid was unruly, and then they sent him back to the classroom next day, and he'd be unruly again. And look. Here's the deal. I dislike technology because I wasn't brought up in this technological world. I don't understand a lot of it. A lot of it I do, but a lot of it I don't. I know that if you put cameras in the classroom, in every single classroom, then you would find kids would not be unruly anymore. And you say to the kids, you see that little black box up in the corner of the room? That's a camera. You pick your nose and we're watching you. We're doing that, kids. So don't be unruly. And what does it take? I know the older technology, you'd have to have a CCTV, closed circuit, whatever, wired through the walls, and then you'd have to have a big security center, and with a fat guy eating donuts, watching all the monitors all day, and alarms and bells and but now you get like a little stick-up thing. It's no bigger than what I'm doing with my fingers, and I don't even know what I'm doing. And it's wireless. There's no wires. You stick it anywhere, high enough so that the kids can't vandalize it, but you get it up there, and you put it in every single room, in every single hallway, every single nook and crevice in that school. Bathrooms, that could be a constitutional problem. But other than that, I believe in the bathrooms you can do that. Why can't you? Washing your hands, is that so private? In the stalls, no. But outside of the stalls in the bathroom, yeah, what's the problem? We need to see what's going on in there. That should be in every single school in this country, in every single room. And failure to do that is just stupid with the technology that we have. It's so inexpensive, it's not funny. And I'm not trying to be funny. It's just not funny. And then when a parent gets a notification from the school that your child is unruly and we need to take care of this. This is what your child did. Your child caused this fight, this scuffle, disrupted the class. What's the parent's first response? You got the wrong kid. You got the wrong child. Not my little Bobby. My little Bobby would never do. I know my little Bobby is a quiet, shy, reserved, respectful little man. My little Bobby. Oh yeah? Roll the tape on the little Bobby, will you please? And then you put the parent's face right in front of the big screen and you show her what little Bobby does in school. Oh my God, that's not my little Bob. It is your little Bobby. That's your little Bobby. Without that video evidence, the parent will never believe what the school says, will never believe what the teacher says. And now schools live in so much fear of the parent. Oh, we can't have a parent not like us. They have to like us on Facebook. The parents can cause trouble and legal action. No, you can't. Here's the video. That's what your kid did. Now shut up and raise your kid properly. Or stop having them. Now, I mean, some kids actually have disabilities to the point where they can't control themselves and be pleasant. That could be a problem. Perhaps therapy is a way of getting around this. But you cannot, whether you're a man, a woman, or a child, you cannot interfere with the other person's life. You cannot be an unruly child in a classroom and deny other people's child, other parents' child, of an education. So, what do we do with the unruly child? I can't tell you, but at least we'll have the evidence if you have a camera in every single room. Now, in some classes they do, in some schools they do, in most schools they don't. And I'm saying, as an advocate, put the damn cameras up and let's get this over with. Let me explain the difference between private and public. Private is something that you do on your property under your control because you own it. Public is as soon as you step out of your apartment, your house, whatever, you're in public. And they can put cameras up if they want. They can do that. You've decided to walk out in public. You're in public. What do you got to hide? What are you hiding? What are you hiding? What's your problem? What's your problem? What are you hiding? You're going to do something nasty? You're going to do something wrong? What are you hiding? No, because it's my freedom not to be on a camera. I'm afraid that's not in your Constitution. It said nothing about cameras. If you go to England, and I wish you would, if you go to London, there's a camera on every single corner and on the streets between the corners, every single public building. You cannot blow your nose without somebody actually being able to see you blow your nose if they want to, if you're in public. And you can't do a damn thing about it because it was your choice to be in public. Can they put cameras inside of your house, inside of your flat? They call it a flat. No, they can't. But outside, open season, baby. And I see nothing wrong with that. Do you know why? Because society is really messed up. And we need to protect ourselves from a lot of these idiots. So if you're not doing anything wrong and you're a good, respectful citizen, you got nothing to worry about. But if you or your child disrupts the lives of other people, I'm afraid you have to be stopped. Okay. You know, I know you're not going to believe this. I'm over 25 years old. I know. Shocking, right? I'm over 25. When I went to school, it was rather simple. You see, towns and cities all across this state. This isn't a state. Oh, I made that mistake before, and I heard about this. It's a commonwealth. It's not a state. It's not a state of the union. It's a commonwealth. Sorry. So, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The towns and the cities are running out of money because they're not being funded anymore, you know. So And now they have to turn to the homeowners to pay for everything, raise taxes, that kind of thing. I'm not going to get into that right now, but anyway. So what do? You know what? It's because schools cost so much money. I am not old enough to have said that I went to school in the 1700s. All right, I'm not that old. But here's what here was the cost of an education when things were a lot simpler. Before all this technology, before all of it, this is how simple things were. Here's what a kid needed to learn in a schoolhouse, in a building. Here's what they needed. A desk, little desk, not a big desk like your president of company, a little desk. A chair, gotta have a chair. A blackboard, some chalk, some books. That's it. Those were the implements. The participants were the student and the teachers. That was it. One of the books was a dictionary. Do some kids even know what a dictionary is? Are there dictionaries even in the schools anymore? What would be the point? Blackboards? Chalkboards? No. Electronic? I don't know. Everything is so... You can learn with a good teacher, a quiet, respectful student, and a place to talk to them. That's all it takes. And for some reason, though, I mean, there are expenditures that are crazy. Now, of course, it costs money. Yeah, I know. I get it. I understand that. Teachers' salaries, unions. Oh, my God, unions, right? Oh, my God. I know all of that. I get it. I'm just, in simplistic terms, I'm telling you that education is no longer viable. It's just not viable. And what are we teaching kids in a classroom? History that we've learned is not exactly accurate. Math that can be done on a cell phone. Don't even do it on a calculator anymore. You can do it in a cell phone. Books that are unnecessary because they can be viewed in various ways on microchips, microfiche, microchips. I have no idea. You know what I'm talking about. Everything's becoming obsolete. Most of my education was some woman standing in front of the classroom. I remember this distinctly. It was called English class, and I already spoke English, so I didn't understand what that was about. And they taught me grammar. When I listen to the common person talk, there's no grammar involved at all. They're using double negatives, misusing words, making their own words up and using them. No English. There's nothing to learn. Penmanship. Most of you don't even know what that is. Writing cursive. I thought cursive was just like, while you were writing. I thought that was cursing. No, it's cursive. It was penmanship. It was, when you wrote a letter, you would take a pen or a pencil and you would actually move your hands with the implement and write on paper and send it in your handwriting. So they taught us penmanship, how to write in script. Writing script, the hell's that? No, now they teach you how to type, but they don't even teach kids how to type. They already know because they've got cell phones and they do there all the time. They're texting. They type when they're come out of it goes right from uterus to from embryo and into texting. So you don't need that anymore. What do you need in education? I'll tell you what you need. You need to prepare that child for life. This is what a mortgage is. This is how you budget. This is how you do your taxes. This is how you pay for things. This is life. This is how you get a job. This is how you maintain a job. This is how you figure things out. That kind of thing. Geometry? A triangle. I know what a triangle is. Hypotenuse? No one ever said that to me when I left school. Algebra? You got to be kidding me. Calculus? You're an idiot. You want to learn all that stuff, wait till college when you know what you're going to do with it. If you have no use for it, what are you teaching me that stuff for? How much wasted days of my life did you spend teaching me things that I never used ever in real life? Teach me the real life stuff, how to get along with people, property, how to buy a house, how to save your money, how to drive. I mean, just teach me things that I will be able to use in life. I think libraries are wonderful. I love libraries. They're closing them all over the place. Why? Because kids don't go to them anymore. Adults, maybe they do. Or you can listen to books on the Amazon thing, on Audible. You don't need to get a book. We only have like maybe one library in each town if you're lucky. Why? Because you can Google stuff. You don't have to go to a place to look it up. You can Google it. I love libraries. The main reason is not the fact that there's books in it and a haven for knowledge. I love libraries because you can't talk in them. You go to a library, if you say something that's not even a whisper, they'll go, shh, shh. You can't talk in library. You just have to sit there quietly. A lot of people sitting quietly in one room, and there's not even a judge or a police officer involved. It's just people just are quiet. They just don't talk. And if they talk, it's a really quiet whisper. Or, can I ask you a question? Excuse me, can I ask you a question? It's a shut-up building. That's what it is. It's a shut-up building. So that's why I like libraries. Sometimes I'll go there and I just sit there and I'll watch other people be quiet. It's a fascinating thing. All right. I've wasted most of the show on that one topic, but I don't know. That's where I'm at with that stuff. I think schools are way too expensive. I think parents get involved way too much. I think schools become the parents. It's not the responsibility of a teacher to also be a security guard or a police officer. That's not their job. Their job is to teach, not to control, not crowd control. Out of hand, got out of hand. It got out of hand. It got out of hand. School holidays. How many days during the year do kids actually go to school? And when you go to college, are you kidding? That I actually have to pay for. And yet, how long is a semester in college? 23 minutes? They don't just have holidays, they have week-long holidays. I don't know if there's a professors union, but I don't know how they got that thing going. If I were a parent and I were paying that kind of money for these kinds of colleges and universities, I'd say no more holidays. You keep my kid there forever, for 4 years if they can make it. That's what I'm paying for. Educate them. And what is a college education? How to meet a sexual partner, how to say no to drugs if you possibly can, how to go to parties and still have your parents pay for everything with no responsibilities, no bills, no invoices. Teach that in school. How do you pay the bills? What are bills? What are invoices? What are contracts? Those kinds of things the kids will run into. What is life insurance? What is health insurance? How do you do these things? What are these things? That's what you should be teaching the kids. Well, Ron, those are things the parents should teach them. No, because the parents don't really even know. They're actually going through it and they don't know what they're doing. And kids don't listen to parents anyway, usually, right? That's what schools are for. Schools are to educate. Okay, definition. Do it and only that. Do that and only that. Okay, Fine. I know you're disagreeing with me, and you're saying, hey, Ron, cut it out, will you? This is ridiculous. I don't know. Maybe there's something in there that you can use. The last thing I want to talk about today in the last 10 minutes that I have with you for this particular episode, I noticed recently, as I said at the beginning of the show, I'm only 25. I'm a little older than 25, and I know that's shocking to many. It's shocking to me. It's funny. The producer came in when the show started, and I looked at the monitor here in the studio, and I said to him, is that actually me? Is that what I look like? It's like, yeah. Oh. Anyway, and it's not just me. You don't look that great either, okay? You don't look that great either. See, it's different. When you look in the mirror when you're in the bathroom, you go, hey, I look pretty good. Then you see yourself on a television screen or on a monitor, and it's all of a sudden, ooh, do I look like that? What's the difference? Because you know that on a television monitor or on a screen, other people may be able to see you. In the bathroom, staring at a mirror, it's pretty much just you. That's the difference. As I get older, and I had heard about this, that when you reach a certain age, your body starts to tell you things like it's not happy with you. And that starts happening around the age of 50 or 60 or something like that, where parts of your body hurt for no reason whatsoever. No reason. Did you fall down? No. Did you walk into something by mistake? No. Did you bump into a wall or something? No. Were you in an accident? No. Well, why are you in so much pain? Because I slept wrong. What? I did not know you could sleep wrong. Yesterday, I got out of bed and I could not stand up straight, and my back hurt like really crazy. Ron, did something hurt you? Did you get hit in the back or something? No, I went to bed and I went to sleep. And when I woke up, my back hurt. What happened? I think I slept wrong. Did you sleep on your back? Don't do that. Did you sleep on your side? Don't do that. On your right side? Yeah, don't do that. On your left side? I think. Don't do that. You don't sleep on your stomach, do you? You know you're not supposed to do that. Did you sleep in the fetal position, which I consider the fetus position? I don't know. Maybe I was sleeping. I don't know. I was sleeping at the time. But I slept wrong, and I don't know what I did wrong. I guess I never read the instructions. I didn't consult the manual on how to sleep. Now I'm scared to sleep, like I could sleep wrong again, and then my back's going to hurt. I didn't do anything wrong. Yes, you did. You slept wrong. We've told you. Hey, look, I've been sleeping for like decades and decades and decades, and all of a sudden I'm sleeping wrong. You need a refresher course, probably. Same thing happened about 2 months ago. I got a gym membership to the Y, and that is pretty much the question. Why did I get a gym membership? Because I thought that as I get older, I should keep my body limber. Well, mistake. That was a mistake. Even younger people go to the gym. When they leave, their body hurts. Well, I worked out, and my body hurts from working out. Well, then why'd you do it? What? I don't understand. Why would you do something like that? Why would you do that? Did you exercise wrong? Did you exercise on your back? Did you exercise on your sides? On your side? Which side? Right side? Left side? You didn't exercise on your stomach, did you? Did you exercise in the fetal position? So I'm on a treadmill, which is really the most passive thing in the world. The treadmill is actually the stupidest machine because you're walking, basically, but you're going nowhere. You could really be walking and actually go somewhere if you chose to do that. But when you're in a gym, GYM, not JIM, on a treadmill, you're really not going anywhere. There's stuff to watch on the screen, but, seriously, you can do that at home too. So I'm on a treadmill, and I'm about 2 miles into it, and I decided that's enough. That's really more than enough for me. And I slowed the treadmill down. I did read the instructions. Never get off the treadmill when you're going like really fast, like 3-4 miles an hour. Don't just walk off the treadmill at that point. That's not good. Slow it down. So I knew that. See, I knew that. Get off the treadmill, put one foot on the ground, fine. The other foot off the treadmill, and somehow between getting that other foot off the treadmill and putting it on the ground next to my right foot, something went wrong in that leg. And it felt like a hamstring, or I don't know. I don't even know what a hamstring is. A muscle. I don't know what I pulled. I pulled. I pulled. I don't know. I don't know what happened. So now I had leg pain near my knee, and a doctor gave me a prescription for a little bit of a painkiller, but also more of a muscle relaxer. And I took that, and things were better a little bit. But I don't understand what happened. Did I get off that machine wrong? I don't think I did. I know, like everybody else does, that when you're a young child and you fall down and go boom, you fall off your little bicycle, or you trip over something, you fall down and go boom. You might even bleed. Your knee might bleed or something like that. But you get up and you start running again. You start running immediately. Well, when you get older and you fall down and go boom, you don't even get up. And if you do get up, it's really carefully. And when you do get up even carefully, you hurt for a few days at least. What'd you do? I fell down and went boom. Did you? What was it? Where'd you fall? In my driveway. Well, was there a driveway uneven or something, or cracked? No, just fell for no reason. I think I tripped on a leaf. I don't know what I did. So now you don't know how to walk, and you don't know how to sleep, and that's getting older. I'm sorry, man, but that's what happens. So I have come to the point in my life, now that I am over 25, that I am just damn careful about everything that I do. I am so freaking observant about everything. When I get up, I don't just pop up. I carefully get up. It's annoying, but that's the way it is. When I walk, I spend most of my time looking at the ground where my feet are going. Didn't used to do that. Now I do. Because the consequences of any type of mismanagement in these areas can be quite severe. I remember my mother used to call me for dinner or something, Ronnie. They called me Ronnie, and she would call me, and I was on the second floor, and I ran downstairs to the kitchen. And I mean, I ran downstairs. I went down those steps like they didn't exist, like a gazelle, man, like a gazelle, like some kind of sleek ballet-driven antelope. I went down those stairs like they didn't exist. Now, those stairs exist. I don't go running downstairs. I go very carefully downstairs. I even use the handrail. When I was a kid, handrails, what do you need those for? What do you need those for? Now I know. So it's a different kind of life when you get older. And it's interesting because it's not just me, it's you. I don't care if you're a teenager watching this. Why would a teenager watch this show? Let me just ask you that right off the bat. If you're a teenager, why would you bother watching this show? I would love to know. You are going to be old too. If you're even lucky, you're going to be old. And you're going to confront these things as well. And you'll come up with that old age question, or age-old question. Did I just sleep wrong? Is that what I did? All right. I'll be back next week with another episode. Join me then. Until then, you can go to ronvandam.com or newenglandbroadcasting.com or any one of those like 30 or 40 platforms that I mentioned previously. And we do this. We do a new show on the radio every single weekday. Until that time arrives, I wish you peace.